much all day, people have been coming by to get a good look at this damage. Now, this used to be the warehouse, and this was a place where the appliances were stored. Paint was also in this area. Now, you can see that debris is all over the place, and right here you can see bricks. They're everywhere. Angie, neighbors say that they have complained to the homeowner and the city time and time again. This is a list of complaints that have been filed, and right here is even a notice of violation that the city sent out. There's even information in here that states that this home has been condemned, meaning that it's not even livable in its current condition. For some people tonight, their home might be underneath a bridge like this one, or even inside of an abandoned home. We're talking about homeless people. Then across the street, you can see the grass is so tall right here. It's literally just about as tall as I am. Now imagine having $80 million in your pocket for 6 weeks and you didn't even know about it. That's what happened to Dick Salasco of Troy. He bought a Mega Millions lottery ticket for the July 5th drawing, and he didn't even realize that he had a winner in his wallet until August 13th. There are several signs like this in Davison Township. Some people say they're too bright and could cause drivers to run into some problems. If you're a homeowner in the city of Flint, listen up. Getting rid of those leaves in your yard is going to mean a little bit more work on your part. The phones have been ringing off the hook at the Holiday Inn all day in Midland. Customers want to know if they can get a room, but some are out of luck. And a big night for the Tigers.
Yeah, things heating up on the baseball diamond.
Angie, we spoke with several people in Genesee County who are still without power tonight. That's one of the reasons that this Consumers Energy mobile room is here at the Cortland Center in Burton. Angie, we just got finished speaking with Michigan State Police less than 10 minutes ago. Now, they thought that the person of interest might be in that building that you see right there, but turns out the person they were looking for was not in there. So now they are still searching for the person of interest. As you can see, it's been a very tense day at the River Park Apartments. Gunfire erupted as MSP and Flint police were looking and trying to find that third person in connection that killed a 17-year-old. Now, that family members did confirm that that 17-year-old is Darius Townsend, and now loved ones are trying to get some answers.
We love you so much. I'ma miss you, and everything gonna be okay, cause he in heaven now. He in heaven now.
Heartbreak and sadness. A Flint family is devastated to learn that their loved one is the latest victim of gun violence in Flint. Family members say it was 17-year-old Darius Townsend who was found shot near this playground Tuesday afternoon.
I'm sad, because I know he's not coming back no more, you know, and I'm just so sad for my sister because I don't know how she gonna get through it. I'm just gonna try my best to be strong for her. It's just so hard.
Townsend's aunt was one of hundreds who stood and watched as police packed the River Park Apartments. 2 people were taken into custody, arrested about a half a mile away, but investigators are still on the hunt at the apartment complex for a third person possibly connected to the crime. Even a high police presence didn't stop the gunfire. Shots were fired about a block away.
It's just like, bah, bah, bah. I just closed the door, hit the floor. After we heard the shots, we came back outside to see what was going on because we seen neighbors running. And that wasn't it. They were shooting some more.
These 2 aunts say they were close to their nephew and that Darius loved spending time with his family. As police continue to search for the third person, the family is now searching for closure.
Whoever know what happened to my nephew, come forth, because his hearts that need to be healed. You know, he was a good boy. He had a good background. He went to school. He had a job.
Now, investigators with MSP are still out here trying to process evidence. Now, again, as we mentioned, they are still looking for that person of interest. That person is described as a black male between 15 and 25 years old. He was last seen wearing a red shirt, and he was fleeing on foot. If you have any information, contact MSP or Flint Police. Live in Flint, Siobhan Riley, ABC 12 News. The fire chief tells us the man was trying to light his stove to make lunch when his house exploded. He was then trapped inside.
I couldn't believe that he was even alive when they took him out of the house the way that it is. There's nothing there.
This is all that's left after what used to be a home exploded Tuesday afternoon. The explosion was so powerful that even the fire chief says he heard it from about 7 miles away. Neighbors like Sue Derrick, who lives across the street, also has damage.
His house is completely blown apart. I walked into my house. It looks like the roof had blown up and twisted. The patio doors on the front looks like it was blown in and back out again.
Akron firefighters say when they arrived to the scene, the area was engulfed in flames and the house was down to the ground. Their #1 priority was making sure the man who neighbors say could be in his 60s or 70s was okay. He was burned and airlifted to Hurley Hospital in Flint.
He was fortunate the neighbor was able to pull him out from underneath the roof. He was actually sitting here on the side of the driveway when I pulled up.
ABC 12 has learned from neighbors that the man who lived here just finished remodeling his home.
He just had new windows put in. He had a roof put in, doors. I just don't understand what happened.
Investigators say it's possible that the stove was leaking.
My guess would be that it had been leaking for some time and he just wasn't aware of it. I mean, to knock the whole house down, it's not something that leaked just when he turned it on.
The state fire marshal is investigating the cause of the explosion. The condition of the man isn't being released at this time. In the Tri-Cities newsroom, Siobhan Riley, ABC 12 News. We spoke with quite a few people today who said the cuts to that SNAP program are going to have a tremendous impact on their family.
I just received a notice in the mail just saying that all of a sudden that the benefits were being reduced.
This single mother of 2 who doesn't want to reveal her name or show her face is unemployed. Right now, she's relying on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP program, to help make ends meet.
With me being unemployed right now, we have nothing coming in, so the little bit of food that the state is giving us is very much needed.
Recently, she learned that she'll receive about $29 less a month for the SNAP program.
The economy is at its lowest, so I think it's a shame.
Congress authorized an increase in the program at the height of the recession in 2009, but that funding runs out November 1st. This affects mostly children, seniors, and people living with disabilities.
To me, that's basically taking money away from the kids. I think they're the real concern here.
Unemployment is up. There's no jobs out here. I know I've been looking for a job for the last 5 months and been laid off. And to cut them food stamps right now, when we need it the most, it's going to be rough on a lot of people.
Cassandra Atkinson has been trying to get enrolled into the SNAP program for the past year. Her mother relies on it now.
That's going to be rough on her. I have to help her now with trying to get a little food here and there. We help each other out, trying to make it through the rough times.
And these may not be the only cuts coming to food stamps. In Washington, House and Senate leaders are negotiating a final bill for that farm bill that's expected to add even deeper cuts in the future. Live in Burton, Siobhan Riley, ABC 12 News. We have breaking news right off the top tonight. The search is over for 2 missing Isabella County teens who left their homes together nearly 2 weeks ago. The Isabella County Sheriff's Department has confirmed that 14-year-old Braxton Wood and 13-year-old Jaden Thomas have been found in Chicago, Illinois. The couple apparently took off in Braxton's mom's Ford Explorer. Their parents believe that the two were desperate to be together. The teens were supposed to start school last week at different high schools. We spoke with a friend of Braxton's parents. Here's what she had to say. And looking for something to do this evening? Coming up, the Flint Horror Convention promises fun for the entire family. What you can expect to see next.
I have a little bit more on your boyfriend, Reggie Bush, there.
I got a little distracted when you showed him. I just love me some Reggie Bush.
I think everybody in Detroit does now.
Now that's from Secretary of State John Kerry saying to a Paris audience, this is not the time to be silent spectators to slaughter. He's of course talking about the ongoing effort by the Obama administration to rally support for military action in Syria after the use of chemical weapons. We're heading to South Carolina tonight. There, a woman born with only 1 kidney is fighting for her life. That 1 kidney is failing, and her only shot of living is a transplant. Now her husband is spreading the word and giving the best chance he can for her to survive. Here's David Muir with this incredible story. A Detroit bishop has resigned from her church after revealing she married a woman. Right now, the Flint Horror Convention is taking over downtown. Organizers say it's a family-friendly event that celebrates all things spooky in October. Those who come out can enjoy movies, music, and much more, including the petrifying Halloween pinup contest. Breaking news tonight, just into our newsroom. Search and rescue teams are suspending large-scale searchers for 76-year-old Darwin Smith. That means that only smaller search teams will be looking for him. Volunteers, along with several search and rescue teams, have spent days looking for Smith with no success in finding him. Police are still trying to figure out what led to what they're calling a deadly accidental shooting in Saginaw Friday. It's our top story at 11 o'clock. The victim was a 14-year-old boy. It happened before 4 in the afternoon in the 500 block of North Mason Street on the city's west side. Saginaw and Michigan State Police are handling the investigation.
At least we will have a bit of milder weather just in time for the candy. Yeah, for the
happy about that.
I think a lot of people will.
All right, thanks. And the Lions are making a comeback.
Unbelievable comeback finish.
We get to the warmer weather.
You know, I'll take that 90-degree weather. I like that kind of weather.
It could be the last one of the season.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts.